It's shit like that that makes me hate living around here sometimes. Part of why I stay, though, A, because of course, you know, the fact that I own a business here, but two, and this is just as important, because honestly I can run the business without actually having to be here or anything. Part of it's actually somewhat important to make sure that there is a somewhat conservative presence and voice here for these people, you know, especially because I deal with young folks, and you know, a lot of times they've never heard this type of stuff coming out of somebody's mouth that looks like me. A lot of times it's coming out of somebody's mouth that looks like their grandfather. So I'm doing what I can to help these people. God knows they need the help. Welcome to the Modified World, the weekly web show about body modification. People do it, people get it, why it matters. I'm your host. I do this. I make videos. I stab people sometimes. I'm JC Potts, senior piercer at the world-renowned Pangea Piercing in beautiful downtown Ann Arbor, Michigan. And, of course, well, like I said, you know, this week we played host to a couple of different people. John O'Brien came down from Wingnut and hung out and picked the brain of Mr. Campbell and myself, and it was cool. Got not quite nostril piercing, not quite high nostril piercing, like mid nostril piercings. Something a little more unusual. Bring something a little different to the table, you know. And of course, Mr. Campbell did a beautiful job on it. Hey John, real quick, how would the happy people of internet land find you if they wanted to find you on the World Wide Web? Where would you go?
You look at either Facebook or Instagram on Piercings by John O'Brien.
There you go. I'll leave that link in the description.
Ooh, look at that.
Mm-hmm.
You happy with them all? Oh yeah.
Now let me get the close-up to show the happy at-home audience. I say at home like we all know they're all watching this on the toilet.
So true.
All right, turn around. Let me get a little up close right here for the happy people, because they always want to see. Oh, look at that! You couldn't ask for any better. Look at the close
You got a nice
up.
little mirror in your camera.
Oh my God! Look at that shit. Whoa.
Oh, I'm sorry. It just shows it.
Also had everybody's favorite PIERRE Rogers Gonzalez. He came out all the way out from Colorado Springs, hung out over here. Of course, too, you know, with it being over the holidays, I was like, hey, Pierre, could you come out and give me a hand? I got a lot of jewelry to make. And since Pierre knows making jewelry, too, as well as piercing, it made it a pretty easy thing. So we went down and made sparklies.
Uh-huh.
Here's a little something for you busters.
Little sun fire, you busters.
Yeah, this is what happens when they keep us in the basement too long. Making jewelry. See, I'm not the only person that does happy stabbings and makes cool shinies. My man Pierre does too, believe it or not. Maybe a little bit more limited stuff, but you know, it's you work with the tools that you got. You know, it turns out setting up a jewelry workshop's extraordinarily expensive.
Because you got $100 grand, you got to be spending it and shit.
Yeah, which I didn't have $100 grand in it, but oh boy, I got a lot of shekels tied up in this. You know, I know we're so edgy, saying stuff like shekels and Goyish Kopf and stuff like that. I know I'm bad. Y'all cowards don't even smoke crack.
What's up with that?
He's like, what's up with that? Why are you sticking
Y'all
that?
cowards don't even smoke
It's like, what are you sticking that f***ing camera in my ear for?
You Gross, man. Don't do that.
Yeah. Y'all cowards don't even smoke crack. Whoa, we got a new couch. Holy moly. Look at this. I can just flop and sit, and it's cushioned and comfortable. So, I don't know, at least have a different backdrop to be able to sit around and shoot the happy videos and stuff. So it'll look a little different, I guess. It's kind of fun. Plus, now we have room for 2 or 3 more people in the waiting room, and that's kind of good because the lobby gets really full sometimes. This is not one of those times. But hey, it happens to the best of us. Yeah, over the years, man, Pierre's gotten, he's kind of grown to be one of my best of friends. Love the guy like a brother. You know, and that's one of the hard things, you know, anytime that you do, you know, big road trips, you know, like, you know, extended guest appearances, or even going home to see your folks. The interpersonal bonds we make, the friendships and relationships that we make, they're about the most important things that we do. And you know, kind of sucks when they when you have to say goodbye, you know. I never really liked that part, because you know, at some point there's always that, you know, the reality is at some point you wind up saying goodbye to them for the last time. And you know, I never liked that. I never want to say last goodbyes. But don't worry, it's in my last goodbye or anything, interwebs land. Just yet another episode of our deal, and that was my show this week, so I hope you enjoyed it and all that good stuff. Of course, try to do this as often as possible, so throw me a subscription, and be sure to stop by again next week for an episode of The Modified World.